It's just going to be the president and Kim Jong-un in that meeting alongside their translators, but no other officials from either delegation will be in there. Now, that's just 3 hours from now, and the president is already awake. He's on Twitter, looking forward to those meetings, tweeting right now several times, once saying that the meetings between the staff and their representatives are going well, but saying that they don't really matter in the end. It's that one-on-one meeting between him and Kim Jong-un that's going to matter. The president has said in the past that that meeting is only going to take him 1 minute to realize whether or not the North Korean dictator is serious about committing to denuclearization. Just hours before a handshake and a sit-down that could make history, President Trump and North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un publicly expressing confidence, while the normally reclusive dictator took a late-night stroll in front of the cameras. This as the White House announced that the president will leave Singapore more than 12 hours earlier than expected. But questions remain about whether or not North Korea is willing to commit to denuclearization. President Trump's top diplomat, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, telling reporters that the prep work is done. Now it's up to the leaders.
President Trump is going into this meeting with confidence, a positive attitude, and eagerness for real progress.
Pompeo vowing the United States won't repeat past mistakes.
The United States has been fooled before. There's no doubt about it.
While moving closer to language used by Pyongyang, repeating that the White House wants
the complete, verifiable, and irreversible denuclearization of the Korea Peninsula.
Mentioning the entire peninsula is significant because it could include the U.S. presence there. Pompeo declined to say if the summit could affect the 25,000 U.S. troops in South Korea.
I'm not going to get into any of the details of the discussions that we've had to date.
Only noting
we're prepared to take what will be security assurances that are different, unique, than have been provided, that America's been willing to provide previously.
And while only hours away from a historic summit, President Trump is also dealing with fallout from his last one, refusing to let go of his feud with Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau at the G7. Pompeo seemed agitated when asked if the feud could affect negotiations with North Korea.
I came here today, here in Singapore, to talk about North Korea.
Downplaying the rift between the U.S. and one of its closest allies.
There are always irritants in relationships. I am very confident the relationships between our countries, the United States and those G7 countries, will continue to be a move forward on a strong basis.
So Pompeo there trying to keep the focus on this meeting today with President Trump and Kim Jong-un. The president continuing to tweet about this meeting, this time responding to people he believes are critics of the fact that he's having this sit down with Kim Jong-un, saying, quote, "The fact that I'm having a meeting is a major loss for the United States, says the haters and the losers." He said, "We have our hostages, testing, research, and all missile launches have stopped." He says these pundits who have called me wrong from the beginning have nothing else they can say. We will be fine. Now, I should note the president has actually received a substantial amount of credit for getting this far and having a sit down that no other sitting president has had with the North Korean leader. But here, this tweet seems to be serving another purpose, potentially tempering expectations ahead of that meeting with Kim Jong-un.